Hi, my name is Xavier Robinson. I play Dr. Baker.
My name's Kenneth Phoenix, and I play Richard the father.
My name is Tramel Carlson, and I played Christian.
And I'm Owen Quinn, and I wrote and directed the film Two Strangers Talking. And today we're going to be answering some of you guys' questions about our upcoming short film.
Where can I watch it? So, for our first premiere, it's going to be on YouTube. It's launching April 30th. We get time to watch it.
All right. What did this project teach you as an actor? I think this mainly how to act. I mean, I'm not even an actor, but you know, for me, for my first time, I mean, people who are probably an actor are gonna be like, "Yo, this guy's probably buns." I don't know how to act. I'm just here for the fun, but I'm also here to help a friend out, and I try my best to act as an actor. So it taught me a little bit more skills how to act. I'm gonna see if I can get casted in any other movies that my fellow friend Owen Quinn is going to be producing and directing later.
Check out the Instagram. Check out the Instagram.
Yeah. What's your Instagram? Drop the ad.
Owen Quinn.
No, you're right.
Next person.
You're up.
Oh, for me, he put all the words in a basket for me. Pretty much, it was, my first time acting in general. Only acting experience I had was tech for some of the plays I did at my school. That was pretty much it. But this one's really blew and blossomed most of my acting skills. I wasn't Michael B. Jordan, but I was going, I think I did a good job.
You're gonna get there,
acting skills. I just might.
So it's my first time. It's my first time acting too. I was supposed to be a set man, but I got promoted to the #1 employee.
I've made cameos in I think every one of my short films. And I don't know if it's taught me anything as an actor really, but at least with working with actors, this time was, every time I've made a short film, it's been all first time actors. So just again, learning how different people take to scenes and just being able to work in a group and take notes and things like that, because we're all learning together.
All right, next thin link.
Okay, next question here. Part 2. I think for this story in general, I think we kind of wrapped up the story pretty well. I don't think I would love to dive deeper into Christian and maybe, see some different parts of his life and expand more on how we got to where we are in the story. But I think the story tells a complete story, and it's beginning, middle, and end, and there's a payoff to it. And so I would never say no to a sequel, but I think it doesn't need one.
Absolutely.
POV of the father, though.
I think it could be
That would be
filmed
okay.
into like a prequel.
Yeah.
Like the before the actual main act.
Get this man up that.
Like, you're probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah. That's niche. Not even.
Hold on, actually, wait a minute. I like this one. What was the hardest part about playing your role? I forgot every single line when I was saying that. I'll be so real.
Well, the hardest part for my role was, trying to be serious while delivering such bad news. Like half the cut extra material, I'm smiling in some the close-up scenes.
And I'd have to say the hardest part about my role is, I guess, like what Tramel said, is remembering my lines. It was a long, one take and then multiple other takes right after that, but mainly remembering the lines for my cuts, my scenes, sorry.
I love the window scenes.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I was like,
Your turn. Both ones?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Go. How would you describe this film in one sentence? Simply an epitome of just, what did it say? In one sentence, absolute cinema.
Okay, what would you?
I would say that this film, this absolute cinema, in other words, is perfecto.
Trademarked.
trademark. That's
one
going to be our
sentence,
watermark.
bro.
There's multiple commas.
Exactly. It's still one
Yeah, I
sentence.
mean, I think this film is amazing, and it's a must watch.
Let's watch it.
Two strangers talking. That's all I can say.
That sums it up.
Right.
Wait, what's your movie about? Two strangers talking. Oh,
If I had
We're going
to,
places.
if I had to describe
Hollywood.
this film in one sentence, I think it would be surprisingly heartbreaking. Surprisingly heartbreaking. There you go.
It's my turn. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna look at it. I'm feeling this in my hair.
it is. Man.
God darn! I'm trying to.
Gosh darn.
Toughest part of production in each of y'all's opinions. Time management.
That too.
That's about it. Yeah. Terrible time management, but it's fine.
That's part of production.
It's fine. It's part of production. It just happens. It just happens. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I think things happen for a reason. So that's about it.
I say like one thing I could say is I don't know, scheduling. That just might be one of my only issues about it. It wasn't too bad. We regardless, we still got it through. But I'm just saying that could have been one of the parts we fixed up on. Still, we got it done.
Toughest part of production for me, the cast is gonna look completely different. And then day one, we had to recast everybody. So that would be the toughest part of production for me, keeping everybody in the cast. But I mean, like Kenneth here said, everything happens for a reason, and I think we made a really beautiful film with this cast. So yeah.
The bus rides.
Yeah.
Say no more. We almost lost the
face
Say no more.
We all do not have a car on scene.
Say no more.
We're all kind
Say
of
no
broke.
more.
Drivers are coming in clutch.
Did you improvise anything that made it into the film? Yes, I did. And you'll see it. I can't tell you.
I gotta
Says
say,
who? Says me.
Okay, you good.
I gotta say the same thing. I improvised a lot of my lines. I'm more of a person that tries to see the better in the script, and when I was reading the script, it was just kind of like I see what you're trying to mean, but when I'm reading it, I'm like,
Oh, so
I think there's a whoa.
So we're not going.
It's called improvising for a reason. Trying to make the scene a bit stronger. I get where he was going with it. Great producer and great director.
Absolutely.
But like I said, some things were improvised, and you always see it in the film.
All of it. But but to really answer that question, it's more like a 80-20. Now, of course, like you read a script, and you're not going to say word for word, bar for bar what the script has laid out for you. You're not going to remember that. You're going to have to, go along those lines, especially during all those many takes. And with the short amount of time we had, I think we did the most we could. And we did more than that. Such a fantastic film.
There's a scene in the movie where Christian is playing cards. That entire scene is improvised. It was not in the original script. It was thought of on the day. Not even on the day. It was thought of on the hour that we went to go and shoot it. 30 minutes even. So that entire scene was improvised, and it came out really good. It's like a highlight of our film, I think. So, yeah.
I became the #1 employee.
All right, next one here. What was your favorite day on set? Okay, so my favorite day on set, I think it would have to be day one. It was just a strong day. We got through a lot of coverage, and this is my 4th short film, but it's all their first time, and just us getting able to work together and then see how we blend while working together. It was fun, and it was very lighthearted, and we didn't have a lot of stress like we did on the later days. So yeah, my favorite day was day one.
I'll be honest. My favorite day had to be the last day, because the 2 scenes we filmed in, I loved them. It was amazing. I don't know about them two. Especially that one. But I loved it.
I gotta say, my favorite day was the part where I could actually finally be put in the scene.
Kenneth had a lot of days on
where
set.
I was just there and doing absolutely nothing. But hey, things happen for a reason. But yeah, the days where I actually acted, or attempted to act, those were probably my favorite days. 'Cause I think I did all my scenes in literally one day. It was that, like, I think was it three days of
3 days.
recording? 3 days. I was there for 2 of them and did absolutely nothing other than sat down and you thought of it, doom scroll.
Didn't touch the script.
Didn't at all.
I gotta say my favorite days were like, it's really tough between the first and last day. Last day really came in strong. It was a nice day. But the first day, there was magic in the air. It was something so smooth with the way that day started. I felt like the spark just ignite right there.
I don't know if it started smooth.
Well,
but
okay,
it ended smooth.
It didn't start smooth.
Yeah.
Like the spark was
And we all had some pizza at the end of it. It was
last day. The Last Supper.
less. Close enough.
That's me. Okay. Okay. What were
You got it.
I got it. What were the most challenging scenes to shoot? Ooh. Most challenging scenes to shoot. For me personally, I think one of the most challenging scenes to shoot were the like more long-winded scenes with more dialogue. I think those were like the toughest scenes to shoot. We had to stop each other from laughing on set.
You changed your monologue like
Like
34 times.
times going through it. That was the most challenging part for me.
The most challenging part for me was, of course, when I said, I only had 1 day of shooting, but the only challenging part was like climbing up the stairs. First time, I took the elevator back down myself because if y'all know, if you go to CSU, you know the student
I was
parking
just like-
garage. That elevator straight out of The Shining. So, like I said, it was the stairs going up and the elevator back down. I think
Lights
they were
missing,
both
spiderwebs everywhere.
challenging. When I got on that elevator, I had to look down because there was cobwebs above me. I think there was a rat chilling on my right.
Absolutely.
It was a lot, but most challenging part for me.
The most challenging part for me was day 1 because I was like, I'm not prepared. I got the script first time to read it actually. Day 1, and he said, "Here, go, have fun." Well,
I think the most challenging day, from a director's standpoint, would have had to been day 3. That's when we shot Kenneth's coverage, and just having to change locations on that day, having to change locations, and then finding multiple times, and then having to battle the sun and all that. So yeah, day 3
the rain.
in the rain. Day 3, and then more specifically, Kenneth's coverage. That was the hardest to shoot, and it was also late at night, and everybody was tired. So yeah, that was hard to shoot.
Absolutely.
The rain made it better.
It added scenery, even though you can see it.
What's one word that describes this film? Masterpiece.
Chef's kiss.
It's too late.
That's 2. Well, put it into 1. Well, okay.
And, put it into one. No, you're good. Put it into
Okay,
one.
exactly.
They know.
Breathtaking. That's 2.
Yeah.
Strangers.
You can't just use the title. One word that describes the film. Emotional. Emotional. I would say.
Talking.
Equivalent exchange.
Thank you. Why is this a must watch? Let me tell you why. Because I'm in it. And he made it.
If Owen ain't made it, he ain't make it right.
I think it's a must-watch because this film is. I think it's somewhat relatable. I think everybody has had times where they're just angry and they don't necessarily know why they're angry until they sit and talk about it and sit with it for a second. So I think it's surprisingly relatable.
Not even just anger, like any like emotion really. Sadness, grief, all that together.
I think it's a must-watch because it allows viewers to understand that expressing your feelings out towards someone and actually being able to get within that comfort zone with someone allows you to express yourself a lot better and get rid of those emotions that you're holding on to.
It's simply is, a film to just sit down and watch. Like the other points that have just been made, it's really relatable to the point where it's relatable to the fact that you just talk to somebody, you can get that information, that emotion out there instead of just bottling it up inside. It's better to just, talk to anybody, therapist, a person, someone on the street, just get it out there,
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Baker. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. It's already in there. Who is your character and what do they want?
What do I want?
Start with you, Xavier. I don't have a character.
What do I want?
Yeah, but he's not
you know.
really fleshed out.
Dr. Baker, he wants to help. He's a patient Christian. He wants to help him improve, get better from what slope he's currently in.
Playing Richard the dad, I think what my character wants is for his son to be better. You'll learn something tragic within the film that, Christian eventually opens up to. And, that will then lead to the dad's feeling. Because, while the son's going through that, the dad's also going through the same thing. Whereas the dad wants his son to be better in what he's doing.
Father like son. See, what Christian wants, I feel like he just wants someone to listen to him, So he probably already knows the answer he was looking for, but he wants to find inside someone else, I'm guessing, something like that. Something like my card player number 1.
Yeah, I think my character just wants his money and for his girl not to be talked about.
Where's my money?
All right, here you go, last
Where's
one.
my money? That's me?
Yeah.
Oh, it all comes full circle. What drew you to this project? What drew me to this project was that my friend needed help and I thought it would be fun. It was a good opportunity. I had the free time and it was just nice to help a friend and nice to be part of something big,
What drew me to this project was mainly of course my friend needed help and I'm always out for a helping hand. It gets me out of bed because if I'm not doing work, then I am up in my bed doom scrolling or playing on the game. But Chud Maxing, yep. But if my friend needs help, I'm out for him. But, once again, I was only actually working for one day, so I was out for days I didn't need to come.
All right.
Couch potato, honestly.
I turned off my.
God forbid.
I paused my game for this.
What drew me to the project is these two knuckleheads. Joking. Well, I went asked you if I want to come, and I said, sure. I was gonna go down there and buy me some stuff, and then I got promoted.
What drew me into writing it, the Cougar Film Festival. I wanted to submit something for that, so that was what got me to sit down and actually write something. But then also, when I started writing it, what drew me to what these characters ended up becoming, I honestly couldn't tell you. It was just like magic onto the paper. But I think now that I've seen the finished product and we spent days filming and they've went from what was in my head to what was on the page to what you guys see at home. What draws me to these characters now, I think it's just how real they are, how they're relatable, how they don't really feel like characters, they feel like real people, and they're complex, and and there's I think there's layers that you can peel off these characters that we just didn't have time to touch in our film, but if you wanted to, you could really deep dive into each of these characters and find something of yourself in each one of them. We are the cast of Two Strangers Talking, and this has been us answering your questions. Make sure you tune in. Available on my YouTube channel April 30th and on every other social media platform the next day.
Make sure you click that bell icon to get
and
notified when it
subscribe.
drops.
And please watch our film. Thank you.
Please.
Comment Christian W.
Donate to my Patreon.
Please.